Welcome to our series, Interview with a Property Manager. Today, we're going to be asking Kenmore Team property managers questions about renting. These questions are going to cover a wide variety of topics for both landlords and tenants. So, let's get interviewing. Brett, we talk to landlords a lot about having a rental property being in a rent ready condition when a new tenant moves in. What exactly does it mean for a property to be rent ready?
Yeah, so rent ready basically means that a tenant could move in today with minimal or ideally no issues. And so make sure all, past wall fixture nail holes are patch and painted, that there's been touch ups done around the property, all the door locks are working properly, all the latches for the windows, those are safety things. And then, of course, all little wear and tear items, or at least touched up or taken care of, so they don't, for one, become a larger issue later. It also means, that it's basically in a presentable condition of how you'd like the property to be returned at move out for the tenant.
Why is it so important for a rental property to be rent ready?
Yeah, and the reason that being rent ready is so important is that it creates a standard, first of all, for the tenant at move in, that this is how, like I mentioned earlier, this is how you expect to get it back. And it also shows that you as a landlord care about the property. And so that means the tenant should also care about the property. And again, not only do you care about the property, but you care about the tenant enough to make sure that this property is 100% ready for their move in. And so when we have properties that, aren't quite ready, or we kind of rushed it, or there's issues that come up later, it can kind of set an example for the entire tenancy. And so having a smooth move in where everything's easy kind of just sets the tone for the rest of the tenancy for that tenant right off the bat. So that is why I would say it's really important to do. Then it's just easier on all parties, not only the owner and the tenant, but the vendors later, as far as scheduling maintenance if needed.
Does rent ready mean perfect condition? I mean, shouldn't a tenant expect that a rental has some flaws?
Yeah, of course, most rentals aren't going to be brand new construction where there's nothing wrong. They just got finished a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Um, though there is a lot of things that you can do to show that you, like I mentioned, like that you care about the property and the tenancy. So just touching up baseboards and touching up paints, and there is expected, wear and tear upon move in, and obviously we would make sure that that's all documented for the tenant upon move in to give them a peace of mind about that. But having as minimal wear and tear items, or at least trying to mitigate as much of that as possible, just shows effort. And I can't stress enough that you care about the tenant and the property. So yeah, there is the expectation that there's going to be some wear and tear, but the least amount of wear and tear beginning, the better, and then it doesn't become a larger issue 2-3 years down the road when the tenant leaves, and now it's going to cost you twice as much to fix that because you kind of let it slide the last time it was vacant.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Interview with a Property Manager. We can all be better landlords and tenants by asking the right questions of the industry professionals. Join us next time for a more in depth study of property management with our Kenmore team. If you have any questions about renting, leave a comment below and you might just see your question on a future episode.